freaking faces off. You guys ready? You better be ready, because it's almost showtime. Come on. Let's do this. Hey guys!
Welcome to the 1UP Weekly Live.
Yeah.
Hey, Ralph, anything special going on today?
Nothing. Let's go. We're done.
It's just a regular podcast. Oh my God, today Arcade1Up just dropped a bomb of content, and we're so excited today because we actually have a couple people here from Arcade1Up, because I know you have questions. I have questions. Ralph has questions, and hopefully we'll be able to answer them today. And
so many questions. Yeah. I'm blown away, because this is a very interesting launch for them. First of all, there was like hardly any leaks, but the damn brick, Canada had to like go and say stuff early. I mean, damn Canada. I think Canada's just like so mad that they didn't get cabinets for so long. Like, that's it, we're leaking it. But other than that, this was the most least leaky launch ever. Like, right? It's pretty good. There's no leaks. We don't need that. What's that tape we used for that? We don't need what's his name? Never mind. I forgot what it was. Remember the joke we made about the... Never mind. Okay.
I think you're going on too far. It's time to bring John in. Let's do this.
All right, let's do it. Let's bring him on.
We always bring John in with an intro. We go.
All right, here he is.
Who's this guy?
Well, this is a much more...
John D? Because it's CES Day, and I can't find him anywhere.
Whoa,
what do you mean?
This isn't John D. This is Cyrus.
Well, Cyrus is a cool guy, but I mean, he's a much more handsome version of John D, right? I mean,
yeah. I'd take this guy
younger,
over John D anyway, but
better skin. No, I'm just kidding. Where is?
No one's looking. I guess I'll have to take over. Maybe leak some stuff. I don't know.
Cyrus, wait. Over your right shoulder, is that John in the background?
Wait, is he? He's behind you.
Oh my gosh, John!
Been here the whole time.
What's up? What's going on, John?
Hey,
Earth to John.
Where the heck am I? I just woke up. Did anything happen last night?
I thought you were doing what my son does on a classroom Zoom. They're like, Tanner, are you here? He's all.
I don't understand. Are we live?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
This is CES Day, man. What'd you think? This was just a prep show or something?
I didn't even do sound check yet. How's everyone doing?
Good. So John, we all know, most of the audience knows you already. You're the Senior VP of Licensing and Business Development for Arcade1Up. Huge title. That's a mouthful. But not a lot of people know Cyrus, and he does a lot of stuff for Arcade1Up too. So Cyrus, we just real quickly, what got you to Arcade1Up? What is it that you do for Arcade1Up? Just because I know everyone, you're probably a fresh face to a lot of people, so it'd be good for them to kind of get the Cyrus 101.
Yeah, and it's great to be here. And I won't tear your ear off with, there's a lot of Cyrus 101, but I originally started with, a passion for games. So I went to NYU with a degree in game design, right? So after that, I kind of bounced around figuring how to finesse that into a job, and I found Arcade1Up, and I actually started with Jason over in PD, and he showed me the ropes and showed me how these things work, which was absolutely great for my next job there, which was customer service. Which, if you have any complaints about customer service, I'm totally on board. Go ahead.
You probably shouldn't. We probably should just pretend like that part of your job didn't exist.
No. He's there because of the need. So go ahead, talk about it, man. I'm so glad he's there.
I think it was great to be in PD moving in there, and I'm still a little bit there because you got to know how the products work. Because reading the Facebook group, I 100% see what people are talking about and see where we're getting at, and working through those organizational issues, that's kind of my passion. But then also, what I really saw, which was, credit to John D for making it look so good, is I saw that I wanted to get involved with the products at their inception, what we were making and why we were making them, and what both fans wanted and licensors wanted, and of course, what tastemakers wanted. So he graciously let me get into the licensing game, which has been quite the ride, So at some point or another, I've touched every single Arcade1Up team, but right now I could say I'm straddling the line between licensing and customer service.
Well, you guys definitely, we're going to get to this for sure, but you guys definitely did a really amazing job with the licensing, because I know these weren't like slam dunk, super easy things to have happen. None of these licenses are, but there's a lot of, I know, so we're going to get to a lot of that. So hopefully you guys can share some of the challenges on some of these, just making them happen. Because, I just look at some of these and I go, wow, if I would have thought back to 2018, I wouldn't have thought you would have been able to pull some of this off. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. We're gonna go through each one of the releases one by one. We can talk about it. And not very often do you get gratitude like this. Thank you for Killer Instinct and X-Men and Battletoads. So hopefully we'll see more and more of that, where people are very excited about the new announcements, because I know you guys have been working really hard on this for a long time, and now it's we're ready to show it off to the world, right?
Yeah, I know everyone wants to go right to like the big hitter ones, but we're gonna start with the Legacy Collection, right? So we'll start. We're gonna show the sizzle reel for Capcom, and then we'll talk a little bit about the games included and all the questions the community is gonna have, obviously, around these cabinets. But we'll start with Capcom. So you guys cool with that?
100%.
Of course.
All right, let's run the
You
reel.
gotta start with Capcom.
Of course. All right, run the reel, Justin.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah, I'm like, it's not running.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. Okay. Here she is, guys. Come on, Ralph, do the voiceover. So this is the new Street Fighter cabinet. Can you see the custom riser? What is this? A coin door?
You're not doing my
Okay, you
voice
do it better.
right.
Go for it.
Here it is, guys. It's the Capcom 12-in-1. It's got a light-up marquee, it's got a graphic riser, and it's got 12 of your favorite Capcom games, all built into one single system. Check it out. We're going to talk about it more right now.
Man, you are good at that.
Yeah, good calling.
All right, well, here it is. So, guys, this is crazy because, sorry, I'm all excited. Everyone loved the Black Edition cocktail head-to-head, but then all the comments were always like, because head-to-heads aren't for everyone, like not everyone loves that form factor. And I would always hear, man, I wish I could take my 12-in-1 and put it in my Street Fighter cabinet. And like you guys basically did that. But then not only that, you put it with like, dude, I love the fact that you like paid such like this awesome respect to Street Fighter 2, the original artwork, because it's simple but awesome. Like it's so retro. It's not even funny, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what I love about this is the World Warrior, the first model, and what Capcom usually does with a lot of their cabinets, just slap on like a square sticker on each side, and it does that because there's always going to be expansion packs. So when you get an expansion pack in arcade, you usually get like the full PCB, like it's about this big, the CPS2, and they give you a marquee and they slap a sticker on the side. And I remember when we started showing these concepts, people go, "What is this? It's not finished. It looks so retro." I said, "What the fuck?" Oh. I mean, of course it's supposed to look like this. It looks great. Come on.
Yeah.
So World Warrior, it really has a special place in my heart. It's probably the first game that I really got back into arcades after the whole crash in the late 80s. And this just brought arcade gaming back to the masses. I remember going to my arcade about, 4 blocks from here, from this house, and there was just a small room, and this small room had like maybe 9 Street Fighter 2 World Warriors and one other game I forget. So this is a big part of history, and I'm glad to bring it out.
Yeah, so
we are glad.
Yeah, speaking of games, this is packed with 12. This is a 12-in-1. I'm going to read through the list, see if I got it right. So it's going to come with Street Fighter 2, the World Warrior, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers, Super Street Fighter 2
Super Street Fighter
Turbo.
2.
Yeah, Dark
New
Stalkers.
Challengers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
Super
and
Street Fighter 2
you're
The New
missing one. I'm
Challengers.
sorry. You're missing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, right?
Yep.
It's on here.
And then Dark Stalkers, Strider,
Go ahead,
Commando, Final Fight, Ghost and Goblins, 1944.
Yeah, this is a killer line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like
So-
I said, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say there's a lot of already questions popping up.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead with that, and then we'll get to some of them because a lot of them are just the same questions we have anyway. So it's not
Mhm.
like
Let's
you wanna
just
jump
start
in,
with
we
the
can do that.
questions.
yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
start with
So
the questions.
so when you look at this cabinet from the bottom, from the bottom up, you look. There's the Legacy Edition. It seems like all of them. We haven't gone through all of them yet, just this one, but they all have like this coin door on it. But the coin door is not a plastic coin door. It's a decal on the faceplate, right? Just wanted to make sure people understand that.
It is a
Yeah.
decal.
Yeah, that's not a real coin door. We were messing around with different graphics for the front kick plate, and we've heard that we don't necessarily need the game logos. It's not as authentic, and so we just kind of tried different things. This particular one doesn't have coin doors. Others will, but the reason why this doesn't have coin doors or Wi-Fi is because this is our base model. At $299 without the riser, without the lip marquee, we want it to be for those people who just go into the Walmarts or whatever and looking for just maybe not even looking for arcade, and they see this and they go, "Oh wow, $299, that's great," and then pretty much after that they can upgrade to whatever accessories you want to put on there, whatever mods, and so that's the idea.
Yeah,
John, that brings up a good question though, because I love the fact that you're kind of like retooling some of the cabinets that aren't, we'll call it out of print for lack of a better term. They're not available anymore. So you're repackaging them differently, but still giving someone that opportunity. Because when we all joined the whole Arcade1Up family, it was the $299 was like the entry point, right? And then you had to buy your riser, and then there was no such thing as a lit marquee at that time. But this will be offered in two configurations, right? You'll have the one where it's $299, no riser, no lit marquee, and then there'll be I don't want to misspeak here. It's the $399 bundle. We'll have the graphical riser and the light up marquee, just so people understand. And those will be sold through different retailers, right?
That's correct. Likely another SKU if you want a matching stool, and $449. Is that right? Is that right, Cyrus? Around $449 or $499, depending. Right.
Around there, absolutely, yeah.
We
So
got
part
a
of
couple of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Justin.
a part of this same set of this legacy line. You also have a couple other. You got Atari as well.
Yeah.
So maybe you can talk about how there's similarities and differences between this one and the Street Fighter 2. Obviously different games, but
yeah. Well, if you looked at the form factor of the Capcom version, it's closer to, I'd say, that iconic Midway cabinet style. And this one is a little closer to what you guys remember. We've taken fan feedback, and it's when they say the fans are always right, they are. You can't argue against it. And so what's some of the feedback that we try to implement? The riser graphics is just basically seamless all the way down, and that's what we've heard. And look, it's a case by case basis. So I think like the Pac-Man one, the Namco one looks good.
Yeah, and I think
with art separate. And I also think in the case of Street Fighter.
Sorry,
you think people
your audio lagged a little bit there. I didn't mean to talk over you there, but yeah,
hello.
I think we got you back. Yeah, I think we got you back. Yeah, we noticed that right away when we saw the Tempest. And we're like, wow, that's cool. Because we were kind of thinking like, what would you do with the side art? But the fact that whole cabinet kind of flows down, it makes it actually give the illusion that it's one cabinet, versus like the riser being a separate piece. So I think that's exciting. And then I think people are genuinely very pumped up about this idea that you guys are trying to replicate more of the arcade shapes and make them unique. And Justin and I talk about this a lot. We're like, it's neat because when you walked into an arcade, it was so cool that you'd kind of like walk the line and all the cabinets are different shapes and they look very different. Where in the beginning it was more cookie cutter Arcade1Up cabinets. So this trend of like making the cabinets look more like the original shapes continue? Is that like the path for 2021, you think?
100% that's the path. you're right. You want some variety. When you went to the arcade, you saw so many different shapes, sounds, smells.
Yeah, you definitely saw a lot of smells. That's for sure.
Definitely a lot of smells.
There's a lot of smells.
But that's what we'll do going forward as much as we can. Look, in the beginning, we had to develop a line look. We had to develop branding. We had to develop all this. So, I mean, that's in the beginning stages of any cool product. And the product evolves. And the product evolves with community feedback. And that's Cyrus's and us and Scott's and our MO at right now is we want to start gaining back fans that we've lost along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of questions in the chat about Wi-Fi. So it seems like this legacy line is not really geared toward that, right? Because again, you're trying to hit a price point, but it doesn't mean that like this we're not going to see Street Fighter Wi-Fi in the future. It's just right. I mean, not that I'm trying to lead you down that path, but we will probably see Street Fighter Wi-Fi in the future. It's not on this legacy collection.
Well, I don't know if you were seeing a lot of our teasing through a lot of our videos. There's one with Cyrus, and there's a Street Fighter Live behind him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, will there be a Street Fighter online? I don't know. It seems pretty difficult to do Street Fighter online. I don't think we have the capabilities, do we, Cyrus?
I certainly wouldn't leave anything out. I mean, we've done right now. I would do that, but I'm not going to leave anything out. We're going to listen and we're going to make the effort.
Yes.
So when it comes to this, the Tempest cabinet, I noticed it's got a different set of games on it. So it's not a 100% same as the Atari 12-in-1, that first generation. So it's got Tempest, of course, the headline marquee title, then Asteroid, Centipede, Major Havoc, Missile Command, and then Akar. Am I saying that right? I mean that game. I love that game. It's prone to seizures, but it's a fun game. But Crystal Castles, Millipede, Gravatar, Liberator, Asteroids Deluxe, and Space Duel. To be honest, I have to be honest here. The only thing I'm upset about is it's missing one of my favorite games on there.
Which one?
It's what is Quantum? Quantum was pulled, but that's okay. Some of these other games are actually pretty good. So
that's good feedback. If you haven't played Akar, I don't even know how to pronounce that name.
Yeah,
that's a new one.
in my video I did of this cabinet, I'm like, I don't know how to say that.
To kind of wrap up this entire lineup, there's another exciting legacy line cabinet that was announced today as well. So let's go ahead and...
We did miss one thing, Justin.
Go ahead.
We missed the one key thing. A bunch of questions came in. What is the spinner on the Tempest? Because you guys updated the spinner, right? You have a new, more freely... Because that was one of the biggest issues with the 12-in-1 is people didn't like it because it had the clicky spinner. But you guys have resolved that, and that new one will be on this legacy line, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So this will be a brand new spinner. In my opinion, that has a certainly better weight to it, but you're not going to find any of the stick as in our Wave 1 products. That was like one of our first concerns when developing this new one.
He knows this because he was in customer service.
Yeah.
Right? He was like, this better be fixed. On the
He's like,
and if you don't like the spinner, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of aftermarket solutions for a spinner, just like the GRS one.
Mm-hmm. Cyrus, we got another one of those spinner concern questions. Can you field this one, please? He's like, oh, man.
So, and this is cool, bringing back the 2018 look and feel of the Pac-Man, but then loading it with 12 games, and then having a riser. So maybe, I think this is the same talk track, right? It's the idea that these are kind of more the evergreen units that you can keep making each year.
Yeah, that's
this
correct.
Legacy line, $299, but then you pay a little bit more if you want the light up marquee. And
this is essentially our Pac-Man SKU number 1, right? We should have this SKU, and all the legacy SKUs should be on the shelves all the time. That's why when I say Pac-Man Forever or Missile Command or what was that, Missile Central Command, whatever, forever.
You're teasing, yeah.
I don't. That's my son. I don't do that stuff. But
right.
Yeah.
This one's cool because I'm excited. It's going to have both Dig Dugs. It's going to have Galaxian and Galaga on it, and then Pac-Man, and then you shoved a whole bunch of other games on there too that are fun. But those are the heavy hitters that I'm really excited about.
Do you guys anticipate like the legacy line just continues to grow as like what do you guys envision the legacy line being? Will it be like a collaboration of older cabinet styles re-released? Like because that's what it kind of is now. But is that what the thought is?
Yeah. So I mean, we've for retail, you'll see the SKU, at least the legacy line SKU, appear every year. Will it be different? It's possible, right? If one year in 2000, maybe 23, we change a couple games out, it'll still be 12 games. We maybe put more, but we may change it to, say, Dig Dug, right? We may change it to be from AKR, whatever that looks like, or so that's the idea.
Sure.
Hey, I just want to interrupt really quickly, guys. We have a lot of super chats. We're gonna get to them. I have them all on the right hand side, all collecting over here. So I saw a couple people saying, "What about the super chats?" We will get to them. It's just we're trying to flow through this information really quick, and there's just too many of them right now. But we'll bang through all of those in a little bit here.
All right. So before we go to the next set, let's go ahead and play I'll play the Namco sizzle reel, and kind of wrap up the legacy line, right? When you haven't had enough Pac-Man already, we're going to give you another one, but this one comes with 12 games. Hopefully, it's all the games that you actually wanted, but don't worry. If it's not, we'll come out with another one.
If you look closely, it's actually signed by Zohar, a community member who absolutely loves Pac-Man.
I think it's his favorite game.
I actually really enjoy that. I love. Is that logo going to be like that? Logo's sick. The like legacy line logo. Is that actually going to be on? Is that going to be used somewhere else? Like,
yeah, I'm
I don't know what I'm saying right now. I got no sleep last night.
Me either.
I have no idea where I am right now.
Yeah, that's our legacy line logo. That'll be on packaging. That'll be on marketing materials created by our great friends at ThinkUp.
Nice. So if we look at the, I'll since Justin went through the last one, I'll give you guys a game list here. So on the Namco Legacy Collection, you're gonna have Pac-Man, Pac-Land, Pac-Man Plus, Super Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Pac-Mania, Galaxian, Galaga, or as my wife would say, Galagala, Dig Dug 2, Mappy, and Rompers. Rompers is not a game I've ever played, actually. I don't know anything about Rompers.
Well, you gotta play it. It's so fun.
Is it? Okay, I'm gonna play Rompers because I never played Rompers before. I feel left out.
Press 1 if you played Rompers. It's a great game. It's a great addition to the title. It's the first time we're using it, so I'm happy that we're actually using it for the legacy line.
Yeah, -1 says Rompers is a Japanese
-1
game, kind of rare.
Yeah.
His name's -1. He's usually.
Oh, I thought he put a -1. I thought
no. His name is -1.
All right, guys. So Dragon's Lair, right? This is the next on the list. Come on, guys. You just killed it with this thing.
This is stupid, guys. Like stupid good. I can't believe. Yes,
you've never done this before, where you got artwork coming up at an angle, artwork down here in the J panel. This is killer. And we're gonna have to talk about. Obviously, we got how it's still got a little arcade little theme behind it a little bit, but in most part it looks very much like the original cabinet. But we're gonna have to talk about what the heck this is, coin door, all of that. So let's check it out.
You want to start?
You didn't do any. We could start at the bottom, I guess. Oh no, let's start at we start at the top of the bottom because it gets exciting as it goes up, right?
Okay.
Because sorry, at the bottom you didn't do any riser shenanigans here. It's like kind of. Is this the final? Because I know you were saying to us last week that some of the designs were not quite final. This is the final, right, on this one?
That's not final. I mean, what we'd like to do is get everyone's feedback and let us know how you want us to design it. And we'll make the final decision through maybe we'll put a couple versions up online at, our official fan page and then have you guys hash it out. And then we'll pick whatever design the community wants. So is this final? Is this the final design? No.
Okay, I want to say something. I'm speaking to the community, guys. I like that the side is plain because the side of the real one is plain. So if they do a bunch of shenanigans over there, then it's not gonna look like the real cabinet. So I'm saying that you guys should just say, look, that's a good idea to keep it like that. But you guys can talk amongst yourselves in the chat and let us know. But I like it like that because I think it looks like the original cabinet. But that's just me.
So is this one planned? Like is that a sticker there?
No, that's a real coin door.
Physical plastic coin door, yeah.
It's not
Nice.
functional, but like it's a physical piece then.
It is not functional, but yeah, it will absolutely pop out.
Yeah.
Sweet. So it's got like a molded plastic look to it. That's cool.
Mhm.
And if you look, not I just for reference points, I had the little, I had the little Dragon's Lair right here. And I mean, look, the front of the Dragon's Lair, this is a replica. It didn't have, just had the coin door and that was it. And then the sides were just the artwork. That's it. So
See what you're
I
saying,
like
yeah.
the fact that you basically all but replicated the full arcade cabinet. So I love that.
Yeah, I think it's
Thank
really
you.
cool. So maybe we could. So is this still a maybe? The idea of kind of having the artwork in multiple. It's like 3 pieces of wood, right? That would have graphics on it.
That's final. We fought hard to
Nice.
make sure that's final.
That's good.
And is the angle of the monitor final?
Yes.
Oh yeah, see, that's cool. That's cool. I love it. I
Yes.
love it. All right, so we're working our way up. We had one
Yeah.
question in the chat though. Someone said,
Mhm.
"Does the coin door coin slots light up?"
Ooh, I don't know yet. We'll see if this is what you guys really want. And look, I don't know if this is retail items just yet. This is an item for the fans. And if we get all the features finalized, and this is what the fans want, and they want to pay a little bit extra to have extra features, let's sell it direct to consumer. It's things like that, that we can do on our website.
Negotiate, right?
We can negotiate. We'll say, hey, you guys want this? And I said, well, it's going to cost $550. There's no way retail's going to pick this up. And they go, well, I don't care about no retail. Let's just sell it to me. So, we're figuring out this one does not have a space yet. This doesn't have a home yet. This is a concept that, we want to test it out.
All right, well let's ask the chat then. All right, guys, your first poll of the day. And Justin, get me. I always mess this up.
0
it
is
zero?
no. 1
Okay, 0 is
yes.
no. Okay, so 0 is no. You don't want them to light up, and 1 is you do want the coin slots to light, or the coin, the coin buttons to light up. So
Yeah.
0 no, 1 yes.
Shut up and take my money.
Oh, all right. That's easy. Well, there's a little delay in the chat, but that should come up. So we'll see. We'll see if everyone says they want it lit up. At least
You tell them you want it lit up, and if we say it's cost an extra $10, $15, I don't care what it is. We'll talk to PD. Then some people go, I don't know if I want it like that. But you can always bought it if you'd like. But again, it's a conversation.
There's a lot of ones
crap.
so far.
Yeah.
sorry, we're
Okay.
covering your face when we do that, John. But it's all
Yeah. Well, if you press 1, you ask them, will you pay $25 extra to have it? Now
then
press
it'll
1.
be all zeros.
It'll be all zeros. Nope.
No, I don't
And so this is the compromise that we're always making, right? And that's why products evolve. How Cyrus and I and Scott and all that, we go, let's start with what everyone wants, right? All the features, all the bells and whistles. And then when you get down to where it's placed, then sometimes things don't make the final design, or software doesn't make the final cut. And that's usually what happens. And a lot of mistakes happen that way also. But number one, we want to make sure first that it's what the fans want.
So what's the screen size? This would be a 17-inch then?
That one's a 17-inch.
Yeah.
All of
All
our
right, so
screens will be 17-inch, and then we're looking at some SKUs that are 19-inch or 20-inch or even bigger. There is one SKU
Sweet.
that will be, I promise, in 2021, that would be bigger than 17-inch SKU. But again, this is a consumer product at the end of the day at a price point where we want to make sure it's accessible to everyone.
Right.
Cool.
Yep.
So we're
Cyrus,
working up.
I got to
Oh,
ask
sorry,
you,
go
Cyrus.
ahead.
You got to tell me, right? Because I think you got to tell us the real deal. Because you've been working with Johnson. What is this?
What is that?
What is
What are
that?
those? What are those?
Kind of a long story. What you're actually looking at is different from the entire story behind it. So what you're looking at is a phone that will represent the high score on a second screen, and second screen support will be available on Dragon's Lair. And the reason for that is, when it's kind of like John said, when you're making a cabinet, right, especially a cabinet like this that came straight directly from a promise to the community, you want to start with the image people already have in their mind. And Dragon's Lair shipped with a second screen. So we are looking into PD to do everything in our power to offer that second screen support. So right now, the current solution, which is subject to change is we're going to have a phone and either a separate app or a QR code web page, but you will be able to have second screen split support for the high score on Dragon's Lair as an option. If you're unable to include your own second screen, it will also be overlaid over the game, but we're going to make it ever present for consumers and modders to be able to have that support. And this really came from talking with Digital Leisure, talking with some of our PD team, just trying to get everything in our power to make the second screen available, because we know that that's part of the iconic cabinet.
It's actually Jeff Valvazor's idea from Code Mystics, right?
Really?
Very cool.
The background is we wanted a DMD second screen similar to what we've seen in our pinball cabinets, but prices of those screens have skyrocketed, and then Jeff goes, hey, I have a solution for this, and why don't we just use the Wi-Fi that's available and put a phone in that everyone has, and have the ability for fans to, if they don't want to use the phone, switch it out. So I think it's a genius idea, and which doesn't cost too much.
Right. So again, you would ship it without a phone. What just a score would show up on the single screen in that scenario?
Correct.
Like over here in the corner, like we've seen.
Yeah, as an option, correct.
Right. And then you go into the settings, because Code Mystics always kills it when it comes to options. They'd be like, wait, so this would be a Wi-Fi.
Correct.
So high score leaderboard and stuff?
Yes.
In some capacity, yes.
Yes.
See, this is cool because this is great that you worked with DigitalOcean, or I'm sorry, not DigitalOcean, but Code Mystics, because they have a lot of history with this. They're the ones that built the app for, mobile devices, for, with the iPhone and iPad and stuff like that. So they're very familiar with the product. It's cool that they can brainstorm and come up with options like that.
And to add on to that, I think a big reason for wanting second screen support on here is that this is the cabinet that's going to offer the 4x3 HD transfer of the original film strips. So when it comes to Dragon's Lair, this is the best possible picture you can get since the original arcade version. So why cover that up with a high score? You want to see every animation cell possible, and we really wanted to make sure we were doing that gameplay justice.
Exactly. And then also if you want HDMI out. So I don't necessarily like to play Dragon's Lair. I like to watch it. I'll have Cyrus play it, right? And he can just hook up the HDMI out to a nice LCD screen or OLED or whatever it is, and I'll watch while he plays. That's another option.
So it seems like in the chat, I'm watching it, there are people that are getting confused. So I just want to, I'm going to break down all the options, and you tell me, make sure I have it right. So you will be able to, bare bones, you will be able to overlay the score onto the screen if you want. That's an option if I want to. Correct. Then I'll also have the option, you just said this, John, so I want to make sure. There will be HDMI out as a way to display that screen as well, right? And then there will be the app way, which we're not sure how exactly it will work, but there'll be like this app way that you can. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's done through app or straight browser. It's probably better right now to do straight browser, but yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. Cool. We're leaving the options open.
Yeah. I mean, if it has HDMI out, you're going to see the community come up with a whole bunch of creative. The cool thing about that is it opens the door for someone to make a kit, right? Like one of the third-party vendors could make a kit where they include a screen that happens to fit in that spot, plug in HDMI, and you're good. So I think that's neat because there's two things. I think you have a lot of things here that could open up more community products, like the Legacy line not having the plastic coin door opens up the community to sell a kick plate with a coin door on it. Sure. These already have the plastic one, so maybe they don't do that here. But that screen is another option. So it's like you guys are getting to the point where it's really good, and people don't want to mod the cabinets, period. But you're giving them these cool little like things that they could do, right, to kind of customize it themselves, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, I could see a lot of people modding that, and just like you sell it like this. But then some people are going to be like, okay, I'm going to actually put push buttons there and then just wire that right in. And should be a really simple wiring because you're just taking one of the coin buttons up here and just moving it down there, essentially. That could be, or that's something that you guys could consider for one of the lines, where you're like, yeah, well, this one actually has the coin doors are in use, and then that frees up the control panel or something like that.
Right. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll definitely figure out. It's something where, we know that there's a great modding community out there. and why not make it easier for them to make the upgrades that they want if we can't afford it?
Yeah. What do you guys think about like a quick intermission where we not intermission, but where we go through the super chats really quick because we're kind of at like a good midway point. I think it'd be good to go through that. So I'm gonna tear through. Some of them are just comments, so we'll just kind of listen to the comment, and we can make comments if we want. Sling Spade said earlier, he said, "Yeah, get hyped." So that's just a general. He's pumped up. Stringer Film said, "Blame Canada for the early leak." So thanks for the super chat. Zohar said 611 people. Holy crap. And we're up to 872 right now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Stringer Film said blame Cyrus.
Blame him. I always do.
Always.
I'll always blame Bro Cyrus.
Twisted Gaming TV, who you guys know is a huge Killer Instinct fan. He said the Killer Instinct Master is here. Thanks for the super chat, bud. Clement said, "Thank you for Dragon's Lair. Hope we will be able to order directly from Arcade1Up." That is the plan, right? It's going to be a direct thing versus a retailer thing, or maybe it's both. So it is definitely a direct.
We plan to start it as a direct.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But hold on. Let me caveat that. So things could change. We want it. The home. It'll be available direct to consumer for sure, unless maybe a retailer wants it and they gave us the best offer. It could go either way. I would love to. I would love to have this wide release. But again, this is something that we knew that we making for the fans first, so it's a little bit more expensive.
I can see you probably partnering with the Brick or someone in Canada, so that some people in Canada could get their hands on it, because they're gonna want it up there, right? They're gonna want a Dragon's Lair.
Okay.
Yeah, Kiss All right, so we got Peter Giffen, Electric Drum said, "John, what happened to having light up buttons and live?" We kind of covered the live thing. Live's going to be maybe a future release. I don't know where you've said anything about light up buttons. I always feel like light up buttons end up in different bundles with different retailers. So there's really not much to say about that, right?
Yeah, you got it 100% correct. I don't know many SKUs that'll start off with light up buttons unless they're special SKUs. Okay.
Zohar says, "I'm 100% getting this." Even he's talking about the Street Fighter, I think. He said, "I'm 100% getting this. So even without Wi-Fi, and I'm a MK guy. Good job, John D. And Cyrus too." Zohar says, "Cyrus is the red dragon on your shirt teasing MK." Zohar's always reading into stuff, but I don't know.
I wish, but sadly, no. This comes from our merch collection that I kind of just I found it in the back of the office, but no.
Well, it kind of has to do with MK, but we won't get into that right now. Maybe.
Oh, see, John had to. Dude, Zohar, don't give him a maybe right now, unless you're going to deliver it right now. All right, Art.
By the way, Ralph, what's your shirt say?
Oh, I need one of those.
I'm actually.
Awesome.
My plan in the beginning of the show was to take it off and say we don't need this anymore, and I have another shirt underneath. I wouldn't ever scare anyone like that.
And see, John needs that shirt, and then his wife is all like, "Hey, John, can you take out the garbage?" And you're like,
"Yep." That's actually awesome.
That's why I need that. That's why I need that
you
shirt.
need one.
And then I'm hungry. Can you feed me something?
You don't actually talk. It's just you point to the shirt for everything. The kids are like, "Dad, when are we going to the store?"
John D, when you coming?
Oh gosh, we don't want. I don't even know if you should. Maybe we shouldn't send you the shirt. All right, so Art Sucks. $10 super chat. Thanks, buddy. Said love. That's his name. Not that the art sucks.
Which sucks?
Love your products, and I'm excited about the new ones. Will the 8-in-1 Miss Pac-Man Partycade get an update to remove the? Oh, this comes up a lot. To remove the bilinear filtering.
For which one? Which SKU? The Partycade?
Partycade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're working on that. It's on the list.
Yeah. So while we're on that topic, could we expand that just a little bit? So maybe you could say, what is a Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man that will not get the update? That we're like, sorry, it's not going to.
No updates on the countercades. That's too difficult for us right at this point. Yeah.
Okay. So the countercades are as is.
Countercades are as is, and it when the bilinear filtering is on the countercade, it actually looks better in some cases. It's all a matter of opinion on the definitely on the smaller screens. But I agree with the community. Like we don't want the filtering as a default option. So yeah.
And then
Can we just talk about generally from a general perspective? Will that just be an on or off option in the future? Like, can we just make that a thing going forward?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We've heard people loud and clear like Zohar.
yeah, in the Pac-Man 12-in-1 that you just released today, is that already got the?
Yeah. That has all the options. You can go into the settings, dip switch settings on all the games.
Okay. And then, so right now you've released a firmware update for like Pac-Man Walmart, but some people bought Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man from like HSN, QVC.
Yeah.
Will we get those variations eventually?
Yes, we're working on it. Sorry, I
Ralph,
always
do you
think
know when? I think Ralph knows when.
when is it? Well, when are we getting all the updates out there?
Oh,
Got it.
all right. Let's move on. We
Very
got Techno Billy. He says, "How does the spinner feel on Tempest?"
I think it's been
Well,
feels great. What do you think?
I think fantastic. I mean,
Okay.
I've done a lot of stress testing for it, and I can say that I have not seen any breakdown. Like, it has been spinning smoothly for a long time.
So Cyrus,
And
coming
we
from
saw
customer
it.
support, are you thinking that this new one's going to be really good from a customer support point of view?
How I'll know something is good is we'll get less customer support tickets about it. I don't anticipate a lot of customer support tickets about this one.
I'm so
Okay.
glad you're there, Cyrus. I'm so glad your customer service is serious.
And we've
Seriously.
heard from people in the community that bought. I think you guys had it for sale. I don't know if it's for sale anymore, but we heard from some of the people that had the newer one, and they said the newer one pretty much was resolving all the issues the old one had. So
Right.
Right.
the main one being it wasn't a freely spinning spinner. So we had
This was-
another.
This one
Yeah.
spins pretty quickly. Again, if you don't, if you want to upgrade that, go to GRS side and they have a really good one.
Mhm.
Yep. Brett said he had $2 super chat. Does the Atari Legacy save high scores? I'm assuming yes, but
Yes.
okay. Zohar, he loved John D. # Team John D. Clement says Dragon's Lair looks amazing. What do you say? Just 3, even though it was never released on the arcades. I'm guessing that that's not an option, but I wouldn't necessarily feel sad about that. But I guess there are some Dragon's Lair 3 fans. I don't think I've ever even seen or played Dragon's Lair 3. So
real quick, while we're on the topic, so the Dragon's Lair, how many games does that come with?
So it's 3 games. It's Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp, and then also Space Ace we wanted to throw in there.
Yeah.
are
Space
we
Ace.
allowed to talk about the variant?
There's what variant? Is there a
Remember.
variant to this? Well,
I
what
thought
do you have
there
up your
was.
sleeve?
Wasn't there a
Uh,
variant?
You to me. What are you talking about?
let me go to my leaker website real quick
Oh,
and
oh
see
shoot! Did we,
if
did we
there's
put it on our
anything there
website and it
yet.
actually went out and then we closed it back up again? Is that how this leak happened?
Whoa! I think I found one.
see.
Seriously, right here live. This website has a lot of leaks on it. What
Uh-huh.
what is this?
What is that?
Wow.
That
Man,
looks
these guys are
cool.
getting good.
Yeah, man, these the Reddit guys really like
Whoa.
bang this out within a couple of milliseconds. That's pretty
Well, how-
quick.
It's
How
got to
were
be
they
official
able to
because it's
Photoshop that phone?
I don't know. They must have just had
Pretty
the same
quick.
idea.
Okay, so yeah, okay, this is Space Ace. We don't know if this SKU is ever going to come out, so, but we need consumer support. Derek D, I'm calling on you. He's the one who helped
wait,
us bring us to this point.
Wait, someone said it's on the website. Is it actually on your website? Because if it is, then I guess you're stuck now.
Now we're stuck.
You're like,
let's do this. Okay, Scott challenged me and also wants Derek D to be the marketing manager for this one. Derek, if you can get everyone to reserve their copy, and we get 3,000 reservations, hell yeah, we'll do this. Derek D, it's on you this time. I don't even want to touch the marketing on this.
okay, all right, well, well, good. Well, Derek's got something to keep him busy then.
Oh, where is it? It's on the OneUp website. I don't think that our segment did too well on this one.
Yeah.
So, is it actually on there?
Very
Did
cool.
you? Is it?
Is it on there?
I don't know. Maybe he meant the game list is on there.
Oh no. It's on there.
Someone confirm that. We could look, but we're kind of in the middle of the
Looking real
show.
quick.
Anyway,
All right. So,
yeah.
so Lewis Waters said, okay, this question I was supposed to ask for a couple people is UK availability. They're saying that like a lot of people, in the UK are kind of saying like it's spotty to get Arcade1Up product. Is that good? Is that getting better in 2021? I mean, I know with the pandemic, it's probably difficult to say, but is it going to start to improve in the UK, you think, as far as like access?
Oh yeah, our distribution's gearing up everywhere now. UK and Europe will start seeing a lot more SKUs, and you know we have pretty high forecasts for
Will it be
for
one
Europe.
for one, or it's going to be kind of like at first it might be a little bit spotty?
What do you mean one for one?
Like meaning if it's available in the United States, is it
Ah,
going to automatically
global
be
release.
available?
That's what we're hoping. That's the plan.
Okay, cool.
That's the plan.
That's good. That's good news.
Space Ace it is on
Oh,
the
there's
site.
Space Ace. Oh, it's supposed to be our reveal, huh? Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
But the exclusive that you guys is Derek D is going to make sure that we get 3,000 of these sold.
There we go.
So.
Yeah, that's not going to stress him out at all. All right, so
No,
we
he
got
gotta
so we got another super chat from Jaeger. I think it's Jaeger, how you say it.
Jägermeister?
Dragon's Lair needs, Dragon's Lair needs video out so we can put a monitor on top. Well, they're going to have that. Killer Arcade Games says, I'm working and will miss the KI stuff, sadly. Can't wait to get home and make a video on it. I had one of the first KI Arcade1Up mods. I'm excited. Peter Giffen Electric Drums is back again, this time in all caps. Sorry, it's a competitive one. Do you guys care if I mention it?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. He's sorry, but Arcade Dragon's Lair graphics look way better. I don't think so, but
Well,
I'm more of a
that's in a matter of opinion. But the code that they're using is a chop and crop 16:9 version of our 4:3 HD.
Oh, he said cab graphics, cabinet.
Oh,
graphics.
cabinet
He's talking about
graphics,
cabinet graphics.
But I do want to get kind of into that one though. This transfer is based on the real animation cells, right, of the arcade, and in its full resolution.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think so. So this is not me blowing smoke. I am more of a. You guys know I have both Arcade1Ups. I have original arcades. I really appreciate when you guys go the direction of we want it to look more like the original. So for me, I disagree. Where I don't want it to look like brand new graphics that you guys come up with. I would rather it look more like what the original one looked like. That's just me though, and I think there's probably. I bet in the community it's probably split. I bet some people want it to look more like a newer rendition of it and others like the original styling. So it's just, it's not like, I'm not saying, Peter, you're wrong. I think it's one of those, everyone's going to have a different opinion on that, I think.
And there's always an opportunity to mod,
Yeah. And then, of course, there'll be tons of people that will do art kits and stuff. So Murray Kennedy says, Outrun stand-up release. I know, actually, this is one that comes up a lot. Is the Outrun stand-up, I know it wasn't part of these announcements because it's technically already been announced, but is there a time frame on that?
Right.
We'll probably be looking late February, early March, but we'll get back to you. Yeah.
Okay, so I can't quite get it for the wife for Valentine's Day, is what you're saying? Like, if I want to treat her well and be like, hey, baby, I'm going to take you out for some fondue, and then when we get home, we can play our stand-up Outrun. No?
What you can do is, after dinner and usually after all the nighttime sessions, give her a card, and if it doesn't come in, just have it printed on the card with the Outrun stand. Honey, this is coming for you in
IOU.
March.
Oh, is that
An
really?
IOU,
So
yeah.
not only
That
am I
works
not going to give her the
sometimes.
cabinet, but I'm going to give her a freaking IOU. She's going to love that.
That could work. That could work. I don't know.
We're going to have a nice night out. We're going to go to the melting pot. We're going to have some chocolate, dip some marshmallows in it, and baby, I got you a Dragon's Lair IOU. No, Outrun IOU. Not going to happen, but hey.
No.
All right,
Okay.
Zohar says, Cyrus, the red... He said it again? Okay, he sent more money to say, Cyrus, the red dragon shirt. Will that shirt be released on the site? Is that also, he's reiterating the question, is this a tease for Mortal Kombat? Side note, we love John D.
I cannot reiterate enough that you guys think I planned that far ahead. No, this is not a
Wait. Cyrus, I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to answer it honestly. You just knee jerk, just say it. Ready? Are you ready? Prepared to just answer it?
I'm ready.
What is your favorite game?
Arcade1Up or regular?
What is your favorite Arcade1Up game?
TMNT.
You said Mortal Kombat earlier.
Off air, you said Mortal Kombat was your favorite.
You said Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, if it's not on record, I don't know what you're talking about there.
All right. I'm gonna try.
He doesn't
Ready?
like
We
it.
did
I
that.
know how
All
definitely
right,
does
Cyrus,
not
that
like
didn't
you.
happen. Cyrus, none of that just happened. We just rewound. We're not even live right now.
Yeah. Okay, try it
What
again.
is Cyrus? What is your favorite arcade game?
Yeah, no, Mortal Kombat 2, no
Yeah, I agree.
That's what.
I
Of
agree.
course.
Okay, we're gonna have to put a pause on the super chats. We'll get back to them. So we're gonna go to the next one here. What is this?
What is that?
Maybe Cyrus, you can give us a technical
It is
rundown of what
a
we're gonna
brand
expect
new
from
form,
this.
and this is the product that I see that is the easiest sell on your family to put in your home. Let's just throw it in there. Yeah, so this is our Pong pub table, which, as you can see, we didn't just add one totally working, totally easy to use spinner, but we added 4. And this is an 8-game standing version kind of our head-to-head original concept.
This is my favorite, honestly.
And,
one of my favorites.
Cyrus likes it so much that he's frozen in time. Oh no, wait, he's moving.
There we
again.
go.
You were
So
frozen for a second.
No, you're fine.
So I saw a really good review of your Pong by this guy named King Kong. He's in the chat. Just an awesome review of it. And I guess I'd never played that Pong. Is it that same version of Pong? John D?
I don't
It's
know.
the old. This is going to be the original version.
This is the original. This is the original version of Pong. I'm not too familiar of the other version, but look, this table itself. When I was testing it with my family, they had a hard time with me shipping it back to Hong Kong because Warlords on this. My gosh, we could play forever with Warlords on that. This is amazing. I love this one. It's going to be a sleeper hit. We know that at first it's a slow burn, and when it gets into more people's hands, you'll see what I'm talking about. This is one to really watch out for.
Cyrus, you get that games list handy?
Oh, I got that games list handy. We got Pong, Quadra Pong, Pong Doubles, Warlords, Pong Sports, Circus Atari, Tempest, and Super Breakout.
Wait, so you broke up. So Tempest is on this as well.
Tempest is on this as well, yeah.
Oh. Super Breakout. That's
You know
good.
who's literally super excited right now is if Glenn's retro show is looking at this going, I can sell 4 freaking spinners in one product now. Like he's like, this is awesome. 4, baby.
That's expensive, but I'll do it. I'll upgrade mine.
Yeah,
that's cool. This is weird because it's like I initially looked at it and I'm like, I wasn't that excited, and then I started going through when I was making the video. I started remembering like Warlords, and then you said that about your family, and I'm like, Warlords with 4. If you have 4 people playing, like this would actually be super fun.
It is so fun. It is the one game that my family always goes to, and I can't wait for people to play this. And especially if you're, if you're not like me, if you like to drink and have buddies around with masks. I think you're not totally social distancing, but that's up to you. But yeah, when you're playing this and Warlords, you can play for hours for sure.
There's a lot of questions, John, about John and Cyrus about price points on this.
Nothing to be confirmed today, but I'm figuring it's going to be around the same price point, or maybe just a little higher than our head-to-heads.
Yeah, the cocktails.
Okay.
What about the height? Is this the same height as a cocktail? I take not, right?
No, what is the height? Do you know the official height?
This is 39.8 inches.
Damn, this is why I have this guy on here. I wouldn't have remembered that at all.
Well, I don't want to say an exact 40 because I know our fans are thorough,
Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm wondering, maybe this is just bad Photoshop, but I see 4 spinners, but I think there's a couple more hidden behind here. Is that an Easter egg?
What is that? What is that? That's not a spinner.
Those are ghost spinners.
This is not a ghost spinner.
So 39
it's a shadow.
definitely 39 definitely comes up to a better height. 39 comes up to a safer height than that Pac-Man giant stick. So we should
totally.
Be good.
I love that picture.
Oh,
right
I
there.
see. It's the safe. It's the safe height.
That's a safe
Yeah, we're
height.
good. We measured
good.
it. Good job.
right.
Good job.
Okay,
guys.
so do we know availability? Like, what's the plan of? Is this direct to consumer? Or is this maybe Sam's will pick it up or something?
That's TBD at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's TBD at this point.
Yeah, I definitely like the look of it, the artwork. I mean, if you're gonna do Pong, that's a good the color schemes that you picked.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of people asking if it was spill resistant and all that stuff. I don't know if you
It
know
is.
that, but
It is definitely spill resistant.
yeah, it's not gonna be waterproof though. Like if you go dump a
Oh,
bucket
great.
of
You
ice
just
on it.
Waterproof.
Your films
No.
is going to be like, it's
Oh
waterproof.
no! Oh, I
It's
even
not
forgot about
waterproof. I don't
that.
think so.
Jeez.
I mean,
No.
our outrun cabs are not waterproof, unfortunately, either.
All right. I think it's time. Are we guys ready? It's time to talk about Killer Instinct.
Woo!
Yes.
Look at this.
Killer Instinct.
Oh my gosh, look at that cab. What does everyone think about this cab?
I know. Seriously, guys, spam the chat with what you think about this. Because when they showed when John and Cyrus showed us this, we were like, dude, this is pretty killer. 'Cause, like we loved that it mimicked the original shape. You know, not the control panel, but where the marquee is and how everything flows. The artwork on the side with spinal, like it looks awesome. I'm curious what everyone else thinks.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. Like one thing, if it's not 100% final, like maybe move that just a tiny bit, because this is a perfect
which
cabinet. Just you see the sword.
Yeah.
It's a little too close to the hole. Just make sure it's not on the hole. But see, check it out. This is one of those cabinets where you could put black plugs right there, aftermarket. Like people could just plug those holes, and it's all black, right? It doesn't interfere with any of the artwork, and that would be pretty killer, right?
Yeah.
Pretty killer.
Yeah. I see it. I see it. I mean, like I said, this is not the final design. We still want a little bit more fan feedback. I think it still can get a little closer. What do you guys think? What does everyone in the chat think? Do they like this as is, or do we want to continue to, evolve this? Let me know.
We got absolute must buy. Yes, take my money. Looks great. Let's see what else
we want to take this back to the fan community, and there's a couple people that I want to make sure that this is the right cabinet. So, there are experts in this field. Chris McDonald's one of them, Twisted Gaming, and hopefully he's open to helping us test the online features for this. Maximilian will reach out to him,
Nice.
And I think we need to we need to do a little bit more with that. There you go. It's the ultimate combo. So, Chris is a huge Killer Instinct fan, and, we want to make sure the emulation's correct. People are doubting if we can do it with our current hardware. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
is this a Code Mystics?
This is definitely a Code Mystics gig, and we're gonna, when we get to the online beta testing phase, we'll probably have more people involved with the development of this program.
So this is gonna have the 3 games, right? So KI, KI2, and Battletoads, right?
That's correct. And is there anything else on this cabinet, Cyrus?
You're gonna put Cruising on here, right?
Some other stuff in the future. I'm not gonna rule out that we might add some bonus games to this one.
Cruising, right?
Cruising, possibly. I don't know.
The joystick? Wait, hold on.
Joystick cruising.
So you're gonna tease? Oh, come on, Cyrus! You're gonna tell us there's something that might be coming later, and you
Oh, you know what I really like? This is the first time you guys put artwork on the J panel. That's cool.
That is. Cool.
I like that too. I'm a big fan of that. I'm just kidding.
No, definitely. I mean, this is something that we've heard that the fans, that want, and we've seen many mods. So that's where we get a lot of ideas from. Is the mod community? Go look at that. That looks cool.
Wait, hold on. Your website might have already made a mistake. It says the website says 2 Battletoads.
What?
What?
Don't. What? Don't. Take that with a grain of salt. There's only 1 Battletoads on this right now.
Wait. Is that the bonus game?
Which one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, dude! You guys already have it. You guys already have it listed on the website.
What?
Yes, I'm reading it right now. It's already there.
What do you mean already? Does it confirm that that's gonna be?
It confirms at least one of the bonus games on the website.
One?
Which one?
It says Double Dragon.
Oh, Battletoads X Double Dragon? I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That's funny. Well,
John's that's really funny, guys.
Where's my phone?
Yeah, check it
I
out.
talked about this. What the hell?
Right here. We're gonna have Battletoads. Yes, the arcade version and Battletoads.
What is
Oh,
that?
you having? I mean, this is pretty obvious, right? You mentioned Battletoads up here, and then yes, the arcade version and Battletoads, not the arcade version, and then Double Dragon as a bonus game, right?
I am going to write an angry text right now.
Look at that. And this is
Look
actually
at that.
new to me.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Well, we
That's-
found the Easter egg.
Well, there's gonna. Well, look, that's possibly one of the Easter eggs. There's more than that. I'm glad they didn't put all of it on there. But yeah,
We still got tricks.
That's
we
good.
still got tricks up our sleeves.
So
Twisted Chris
another
says monster combo.
man, Code Mystics is killing it, huh?
They're our best partners. One of our best development partners for sure.
Yeah.
He's like family, you know. And he's been such a great asset to us with his ideas and always trying to push the limit, giving us all this, all this stuff. He's really in touch with what the fans want.
Oh,
And we argue with him a lot, but he goes, no, I can do this and I can do this within budget and let's just do it. So he's family to me and us.
So you realize right now there's like a bunch of people creating Battletoads Double Dragon confirmed on AI
Oh,
cabinet
no.
videos.
let me oh my god, I gotta make a phone
wait.
call.
Someone was saying, so it's Battletoads Double Dragon? I thought you were going to give us the Battletoads
No,
and Double Dragon.
no, I'm just kidding. No, there is a game called Battletoads and Double Dragon, but we'll talk about that in a later show.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know
All
if
right,
everyone.
so
Yeah.
King, we didn't skip it. We got we actually have them all collected. We went through most of the super chats, but we have a lot more. So we're gonna do those in a little bit.
Once,
so we're gonna
once
get
you go for it, and I'll prep for the next one.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna have to rip through them though. So Jamie L says, $5 super chat. 1994 Jurassic Park arcade. Is that a possibility or no?
It's definitely a possibility.
I would love
Okay.
Oh, I have one
Okay.
question. Killer Instinct. So we confirmed Wi-Fi.
I'd love to do it. Yeah.
Will it have scan lines?
Yes.
Ooh,
Cool.
and
and oh, dude, the other one it has to have the ability to change the difficulty.
definitely.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
definitely like anything MK, anything MK Street Fighter.
you can do that, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
good.
take notes. We're
but
building products on the fly right here.
But that's really
We're
that's
building
really important.
features right now.
It's really important for this reason, right? Not just because I suck at most of these games, but because you have people that are you have some people that have like never played Killer Instinct before, and they're gonna buy this cabinet, and they're gonna
Oh,
be like, they want
I
to
can't wait.
learn. You know, they want to learn, so they're
What-
gonna start easy and then kind of build their skill set up. So it'll be
Yeah,
good.
got
They
it.
can build some confidence.
They got to practice for the online, right?
Yeah, because
Oh,
if they're
yeah.
gonna play Twisted Chris, then they're gonna need to get good.
Ooh, he's gonna body them. But if to me, Killer Instinct is one of those games, one of those fighting games that's super easy to pick up and play. It has a lot of the great animations that were inspired by Street Fighter, with like a lot of those quarter circle, half circle, full circle moves, as well as having kind of like the gore of Mortal Kombat. I see it like the perfect amalgamation of the two franchises. So if you've never played it before, just check it out. It's awesome.
Yep. All right. T100 sent a super chat, said, John, dude,
Oh, me.
have you details on Ireland, UK? We kind of covered this.
Oh, yeah,
Ireland, UK availability,
Smiths.
global
be-
Arcade1Up store.
Global store. Ooh, not at this point. We're not at the capacity. Look, we're a team of brands, right? And we're a team that also is good at manufacturing. We're not a distribution team yet. So this, we're starting here in North America and Canada, but we'd like to get to the point, where we're a worldwide distributor on our own, but it's not feasible at this point.
Okay, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
tear through these because
Yeah.
we're gonna run out of time. So
much time is it?
Techno Billy says first Dragon's Lair mod, USB power to phone. Skill Matey says an Arcade1Up scoreboard that uses, this is just a general, hey, this would be cool. An Arcade1Up scoreboard that uses Wi-Fi for all your machines would be totally awesome. I agree, that would be super cool if like any Wi-Fi enabled machine kept like Wi-Fi scores. Provide a plug-and-play upgrade for joysticks and buttons. Love the new... That was Clay Royer. 19K Fox said, love the new Cabs guys, but I'm still lobbying hard for Alien versus Predator. That would be awesome, by the way.
ABP?
I agree.
I love ABP.
David Morse, he just sent money and didn't say anything, so we appreciate that as well. Zohar said, okay, there's another Zohar. I swear he's going to mention MK in this. I can guarantee it. John D, Cyrus, Ralph, Justin, Jesus, someone, anyone. Is that MK cab leak real? And if so, you got to give me something. Something. Is it real?
Which leak?
Which leak? I don't know about anything about that.
All right. Well, we'll get Zohar. We'll look into that. David Morse says, when will Legacy 1-Ups be in the? Everyone's asking about UK. So I don't know if you guys have an answer to that.
We'll get back to you at the fan page. Go to our official fan page, and we'll see. We'll let you know there.
All right. King Creole says, thanks for the super chat. Says, thanks, Ralph and Justin, for being humble and actually caring about the community. You fellas are a breath of fresh air to the community. Thanks from the Uplay Arcade family and Retro Recon. Sweet. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that very much so. Peter Giffen, Electric Drums, says, John, I was hoping 2021 we wouldn't see any more silver metal screws showing all over the cabs. People are basically asking, could it be possible to start looking into caps for the screw covers, like screw hole caps?
That's a great idea, actually. I never thought about that, but it shouldn't be too difficult to do. For sure. Okay.
I mean, even if you offered them for like cheap, like $5 bag of them, I think people would buy them. That Brian Workman says, are there more legacy cabinets coming out in 2021, 2022, like Williams Defender and so on?
Yes, I think sometime in the future. I don't know when.
But the plan is to keep adding cabinets to the legacy line, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Jamie L, thanks for the super chat. What's the status on the shipping container? One Apis, that accident with the people's
Yeah, it's affected pre-orders for Outrun for sure. So we had to go back to the manufacturing and just start all over again. I'm sorry that happened, but no one could have expected that. That was some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
holy cow!
That was crazy.
I read it, on a website, and I go, "Don't tell me, are we on that? Are we on that ship?" Yeah, we're on that ship.
The crazy thing is, John, we have a lot of people that watch the show that work in all sorts of different industries, and a lot of them worked in like electronics field, and they had products on it. So it was, if you think about it, right? It's this gigantic boat where if you lose 2,000 and it's only a fraction, how many? I mean, I don't know how many that thing holds, but that's a lot of product going to a lot of different places. So it's the likelihood of, if it's holding electronics, it's going to affect a lot of people.
Right.
Over 2,000 containers, I think.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Yeah. I know. Which, by the way, that led me to watching this thing called Life on a Shipping Boat. And I watched this half an hour video and I was like so fascinated. I'm like, how many generator rooms do one of these have? But anyways.
Sure. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, pinball was not on there. I just want to make that absolutely clear. I know there's a lot of memes about that. No, pinball was delayed for other reasons, more technical reasons, but definitely Outrun and a lot of parts. A lot of parts were on that. So.
I mean, the boat that we saw that we were live broadcasting, that did have pinballs, but I know that was...
You got in trouble for that one, man. Right? You got in trouble for that video.
I know. I got called out for being insensitive, so it was bad.
People are too sensitive these days,
It's called comedy.
Right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like that about I don't like that about current society. I mean, I love to tease, but yeah, we got to watch it.
All right, Fiscal said Pong is easily the gem of the collection. So thanks for the super chat.
Just
another one. Crumb013 says the Pong table looks awesome. Good job, guys. Sling Spade said, can you just play 2 players on the Pong table, or do you have to play 4 players?
There's absolutely a 2-player option.
Okay.
Of course. Why would we do that? That'd be horrible.
Okay, we got a new
you can
member.
Play 1 player if you'd like.
Asian Man 7124 became a member.
Asian
Thank
Man.
you. John's a fan.
I'm a fan.
Vince Scarpine, thanks for super chat. Is Pong table beer proof? Is there any chance you could add?
Of Of course it is. It's beer
Okay.
proof, whiskey proof, all that proof.
Okay.
80th proof.
I don't know if I would 100% believe what John is saying on this one, but whatever. We'll battle test it, okay?
It's another customer service thing for me. So.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't have their standard plexi overlay.
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh.
Does it or doesn't? I'm pretty sure it does.
Because out of
No, the entire cabinet is one plexi overlay.
oh, it's
with a
one.
spinner
Okay,
sticking out. Yeah.
the
Yeah,
whole circle. Okay,
the whole circle.
that's cool. That's cool. I thought you were saying like, only
Nope.
the screen
Oh,
and
if
then
it's the
everything
whole
else. is
circle,
like,
then if
No, every.
okay.
If you submerge the entire thing in beer, I don't think it'll last that long. If
So
you
you're
spill a
saying
beer on it,
if we put it in the
Yeah.
pool and try to play it
No.
in the pool, okay. All right,
No.
Techno Billy. We'll just do 3 more of these, and then we'll get back
Okay.
to normal, and then we'll wrap up the show with the rest of them. But Techno Billy says, "Will Pong work with a riser for high back stools?" I don't know what he means by that. Will Pong work with a riser?
High back stools for sure.
oh yeah,
ri-
he's saying, could I put a riser
Oh,
on it? Like, does
okay,
it
I get-
fit in a riser? Because he'd like to do. I was kind of thinking of that too. Like,
Oh no,
I don't know if the
It doesn't.
height is going to be ideal for all scenarios, but maybe it would be good. But one of the scenarios is like, yeah, you have a high stool. Those high stools are, what are they at? Like 30,
I
30
don't think
inches?
I don't think we have a stool. I don't think it's that thin. That wide around. No, if you want to make a stool, you can. I guess, but we don't have it right now on a stool,
Yeah.
and it doesn't fit our standard stools. It's not. It's It could. I don't know. What do you think, Cyrus? Am I talking
Well, wait
to
a
my
minute.
ass?
You said Cyrus? How tall is the table?
It's 39.
39 inches. So I know for a fact it won't fit into our standard riser. So, like, as far as raising the table to fit one of your own stools, but I mean, we do have a high variant of a stool. It kind of depends on how tall you are, is really my immediate answer.
All right. Well, I have kind of meaty legs, and I'm thinking if the table
Ooh,
height,
you do.
if the table height is 39, if the table height's 39, I'm thinking you could get away with a 30-inch stool, and that's like, isn't that a standard bar stool height, 30-inch?
27, I think, maybe.
Well, 27 would probably work really good because 27 would be. Think about it. 27 would be too low because 27 is down here. So I think you'd need a 30. And I think that's
The
the height
IKEA
of
ones
their
that I got are
stools.
30.
Yeah, I think the Arcade1Up ones are 30. So I think it should work with those.
Cool.
With meaty legs.
Meaty legs.
I might have mini legs.
All right, there was
I'm
a couple random. There was one more thing, Justin. There was a random questions about KI. And we didn't cover it though. Marquee's
Okay.
lit.
Mhm.
Yep, Marquee's
Yeah.
lit on KI. The
Yeah.
coin door is the plastic coin door. I just want to reiterate that. And then it will have online play. And then we will expose. Code Mystics is working on it, and they'll expose the dip switches. And hopefully, we can get a little note to have them have a difficulty adjustment, scan lines, all that kind of stuff.
He's calling them right now.
John's leaving. Okay.
It's okay.
And
It
he's
sounds
gone.
good. Wait, what is happening? What is he doing?
I don't know. What?
What do you-
Okay.
My work is always watching me. Every mistake is just right there.
It's
I
like
don't-
The Office when
This is really creepy,
Michael
actually,
Scott's
right
like,
now.
Welcome to my work environment.
what is he doing?
Is this an answer to the question? Cyrus, you got to
Can-
decipher this for us. We don't know what this means.
Can John hear us? Can you hear us, John? Okay, then
Here's
answer
that.
this question. Would you consider additional SKU for Sanwa hap controls for a higher price? I'd rather pay because I'm getting lazy to mod the new ones.
I love questions like this.
Wait.
The question is, would you consider? Yeah, I'll consider anything. I mean, yeah, but we'll definitely have to look into that. I mean, we have offered Sanwa buttons before on certain
Mhm.
SKUs, so it's not going to be. Nothing's impossible. It's how much are people willing to pay? How much can we afford?
Right.
We got Gem Mint Collectibles is saying this is clearly a hostile work environment. So Cyrus, I don't know what the benefits and stuff and HR looks like over there, but hopefully, take
I mean,
care of
this
that.
is good. John's gone, so let's just jump right into the next one. Cyrus, tell us all about this cabinet. You do it better than John anyway.
Okay, so this cabinet is one of my personal favorites. I'm a big Marvel guy, but we have X-Men 4-player, and we're going to be offering X-Men, Captain America and the Avengers, and Avengers in Galactic Storm, which, of course, where actually the game code is from different and separate publishers. So it was a
You
bit
guys
of
finally did it. See, you got Cyrus on the team, and you did the impossible. You got 80 East to work with. Who else was it, Cyrus? You'll know
Konami.
off the top of his head, right?
Mhm.
Boom.
Plus Marvel. So it was
Yeah, well, that was tough. A triple collab on this one. Everyone being nice and sharing royalties. It's almost unheard of.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really thought of that because like you're really having to. You always have to deal with Marvel, right? With any of
Yep.
these things that have
Oh, of
Marvel
course.
characters in it.
Yep. Everything has to be fully approved by them first, and then we go to the other partners. But yeah, I mean, this is a Marvel cabinet in collaboration with Konami and Gmode.
Nice. So I saw.
Finally.
So
Finally,
it says that
we
you
work
guys
together.
it's live with Wi-Fi, but I was curious. Does it mean will every game on here be Wi-Fi enabled?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Well, okay. Yes. We're working on Avengers and Galactic Storm. That is a game that's never been emulated online at the same time. So we're trying to see every fighting game is different. You know, it could take different types of rollback technology to make this work correctly. So I'm not going to promise that Avengers is going to be online yet, 1v1, but that's the goal.
Is this a Code Mystics project too?
That we don't know just yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
So
what's
then again? Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead,
I
Cyrus.
just want to talk about that control deck there, because what's kind of interesting about this one is it's our 4-player design, but Galactic Storm is a fighting game. It's a 2-player fighting game. So what we wanted to do with this is, even though X-Men has 3 buttons, we did put the 4 buttons on all 4, so you can kind of slot in to whatever you're comfortable with. We wanted to make the fighting game still very viable to play, but also I think it adds a lot of possibilities for the community, because all 4 of them have 4 buttons built in.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
here's a thought. So a little bit of feedback directly from me. Maybe the community will like this, and maybe John's going to hate me for saying this because it's going to mean a lot of work. But check this out. When you're playing X-Men, it's player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. The other games, that's player 1, that's player 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, or Ralph, you brought into this, right? Like, even if you want to play, like, which one was it? Is it Golden Axe, the Revenge of Death Adder, where it's like,
it's Death
and
Adder,
it should be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
The reason why is because there's a lot of us that don't have friends,
Right.
Yeah.
and we wanna play right here.
Okay.
There should be like a friendless dip switch. Like you should be able to say friends, no friends, and if you flip the dip switch, it's like, oh, okay, we'll let them play. We'll
And it's
let them
gonna
play
get
center
really
left.
complicated, right? Because yeah. So this is online gameplay too, as well. So this is this going to be the 2-player ROM, a 4-player ROM, a 6-player ROM?
We're developing it right now, as of today, as a 6-player ROM.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean that's what we have to develop for. That's all I'm going to say at this point.
I see. So theoretically, you could have 6 friends,
6 players online,
6 different homes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's probably going to still use the peer-to-peer technology, right? Not like the server is just to negotiate the connection and leaderboard, but after that,
that's correct.
The server can't lag the connection; it's peer-to-peer.
Right. So right now we have it. You know, we've tested being able to do that with 4-player configuration, and I don't think it should be much more difficult to play on a 6-player configuration. But we'll see. I think I've said too much.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was one of the community questions. Would there be a consideration of a 6-player variant in the future? That was a community question.
Ooh, what do you think, Cyrus? Should we do 6-player? I don't think people want a 6-player version, because that would be kind of weird. I mean, it's hard enough to get 4 grown men to play on 4, on one cabinet. Think about 6. I mean, maybe 6 people my size could possibly do it, but I don't know.
I'm trying to read something in. You said earlier in the show, you promised that this year there would be a cabinet comes out with a larger screen. Is that connecting the dots?
We'll see. I mean, if
are you doing a live console kits theory video? Like,
yeah.
live
So this is
right
what
now?
I'm trying to figure out. Because what game would you be coming out with a larger screen?
6 players. I don't know of any arcade that actually had a 6-player configuration with like either double screen. Not that I know of. And even if that did exist, and we tried to make a cabinet, that'd be a huge cabinet. I don't even know where we'd sell it, but
That's
Yeah,
who
here's
knows?
my challenge. When you say 6-player, I instantly think, how in God's name do you flat pack that? I mean, you guys are good at flat packing stuff, but how do you flat pack a
It's gonna be
6-player?
two
It's gonna be like the 200-pound box or something.
You'd have
We'll
to do
see.
2 boxes, right? You'd be like, this
Yeah,
is cab
probably
1, this
2.
is cab 2. I don't know.
It'll be like,
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry, your cabinet has not made it because the man carrying it actually got crushed by the actual X-Men. Man dies from X-Men cabinet, Arcade1Up responsible.
Oh my
John
god.
D's like, I told him not to make it. That's the headline. And Cyrus is like, I don't know.
They're dragging.
Look, if we do it or not, the goal is to have 6-player, online simultaneous. That's the goal. We'll let you know if we can't achieve that goal, but at least just know that's what we're fighting for.
I definitely don't
Okay.
have that many friends.
I could never do the 6-player for so many reasons.
I would just love to have one in my game room. I don't
Dude,
care.
Imagine if E3 was live and you actually did like an X-Men later this year. You could make a 16-foot version.
Oh my
of the
gosh.
6-player. That would be.
Yeah,
That would
actually,
be
here's
like-
a good question.
Yeah.
Did you guys actually have, at some point, pre-plans for this CES to build another giant cabinet?
Oh yeah.
What was it going to be? Was it going to be one of these?
It'd likely be X-Men.
Yeah. Oh, that
Yeah.
would have been fun to play.
We were building it, and then I think around March or April we had to stop.
Oh man.
we didn't do the 6-player. It was just a 4-player one.
Somewhere on
But it was
eBay,
huge.
there's a gigantic bat top like this big. He's like,
Yeah.
gigantic bat top for X-Men or something.
Right.
Oh,
So
man.
super exciting announcement. I think I'd love to hear from the community if we have a little bit of time. Like, out of all of the cabinets that have been announced today, what are you most excited about? So that would be a question that we'd love to hear from you. But also, is there any, while we have Cyrus and John here, is there any questions from the community that they have about any of the cabinets that we covered?
Oh, yeah.
And while that's coming in, should we rip through some more of these super chats really
Yeah,
quick,
let's do
Justin?
it.
What do you think? All right.
Mhm.
So let's see. There's one here from my family. He said, what was the price on the Pong? You already covered that, but thanks for the super chat. Stringer Film says, is Pong waterproof? We knew he was going to ask that, and it's water resistant, I'll say. I'll answer on that one. Do not submerge it in water. Techno Billy said, special KI cab with graphic move list bezel. He's suggesting it'd be
Yeah, I
cool.
like that.
That actually is kind of cool.
I
That would
love
be
that
cool,
idea.
especially for someone learning. Stringer Film says, what? Not waterproof? Tisk tisk.
Right.
How to Bachelor 3 sticks for Battletoads? Question mark.
Okay.
I don't know what he
What is that? Okay.
I don't know what he means, but
Not I think he's trying to iterate the Battletoads had a 3-player version, but
Oh yeah.
gotcha. Yep.
We were
gotcha.
thinking about that. We were thinking about doing a big KI and had 3, but I go that doesn't look right.
Yeah, but
I
it
think
would ruin the KI.
Chris and Max, Chris and Max would get mad at us for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Twisted Gaming says Monster Combo. We already covered that one. But thanks, Chris, for the super chat. Sling Spade said, question for Jong D. I know. Did I just call you Jong D? I just mixed
Jong
two
D?
different.
Two different Asian guys. I look
Yeah,
like
some other
Jong,
guy.
I'm Asian. Come on.
All right, Sling
Come on,
Spade
man.
said no. I was just.
I think I'm much more handsome than Jong, right, Jong?
Oh,
All right, Sling Spade said, question for John D. I know Silver Strike Bowling will not be coming in 2021, but what about 2022 or 2023?
There's still a chance for world class bowling. I don't know when. Hopefully this year. I don't know.
Okay. King Creole said, you skipped my $10 super chat. We actually ended up getting to it, so thank you for that. But you didn't have to send a super chat to tell me that. But
He said, so give me money twice. I'm good. You know that I get a
Zohar-
cut of all those.
Yeah, exactly. So Zohar says, so Killer Instinct gets Wi-Fi, but no mentioning of MK anywhere. Okay, John. Okay.
I purposely didn't want to mention MK in this show.
All right, Asian Man 7124 is
Ooh,
at it
Asian
again.
Man.
He said, "Is it possible for the original cabinets such as Mortal Kombat to get Wi-Fi?" This is actually Zohar as Asian Man 7124 asking MK questions.
we're on to you.
So he's asking, is it possible for MK to get Wi-Fi in the future?
I mean, you would
Is
answer
it
that
possible?
for
Is
for
it possible?
someone that's not Zohar, right? You can answer that for someone not Zohar.
I don't think MK Original Trilogy has ever been online before. So we'll see.
All right, we got.
Has it been? I don't remember.
I mean,
And
I
if
think it might be on that Fightcade thing, but that's not really legit.
that's not legit. But
Yeah,
look,
Scrap Pads Comic Treks. Why can't a Legacy Cab have unreleased games? I need Star Castle, Robotron, my all-time favorite Berserk.
ooh,
think
I
it's
don't
just making
I don't know about any of those games. I've never played Robotron or would you say
Yeah, you
Snapchat?
have.
Berserk. What is Berserk?
He's
And
joking. All right, he's
Total
joking.
Carnage, Total Carnage Crotch Edition. I don't know.
Okay, I'm now becoming Dave McIntosh. He's just kidding with you, and those titles are probably all under consideration.
Mhm.
All right, GameBit sent a $5 super chat. Will the sound be more powerful on the KI cab?
Yeah, we're still using. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
102 Law Dog, thanks for the super chat. Any chance of MK Trilogy mixed with MK4?
Ooh,
I think those
MK4. I hate MK4. Go on.
All right.
I hate MK4.
Mr. Keebler said, would you consider an additional SKU? Oh, we already mentioned that. That's Sanwa ones. We already got that. Kongs Are Us, another content creator in the community, said,
I know, Kong.
Love the new lineup. I thought I saw an Area 51 hint from John D. Was hoping for some new
Saw
titles.
a lot of hints.
That was
I think John has hinted the whole year of 2021 and 2022. So
Yeah.
I think some of
Kong,
those will come eventually.
Kong, I will go on your show and talk about the Easter egg for sure. I know I set you up. Sorry, it's my next level trolling. I will go on your show and explain all.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of people with damaged artwork now.
I know.
Kim Coggle just joined as a member. Thank you.
Hey, Kim, thank you.
Zen says, thank you for the KI cab. Please tell me it has a lit marquee, and it does. So we're good there. Jeffrey Phillips is like, oh my gosh, House of the Dead cab, please, coming soon, yes or no?
No, I like Typing of the Dead better next.
That's great. Then Cyrus will be like, we're getting all these keyboard support calls.
What the hell? You can put your own keyboard in here.
GameStop, not to be confused with GameStop,
GameStop,
said,
you got to give me my royalties. At least get me a whole box of shirts and we're good.
please have Zohar sign an NDA already so he can see all those MK online cabs and I'll never have to see another Mortal Kombat super chat ever again. Thank you. Retro RGB, another content creator in the community, very good guy, friend of the show. I'll donate another $5 if someone turns "I have meaty legs" into Ralph's meme. Oh no, I really wish I didn't read that. I would have just sent him $5 back and been like, I'm not reading that, but now I did. So now it's thank you, Bob. That's great. All right, How to Bachelor, $2 super chat. Buy me that and I'll forever worship you. I think he's talking about X-Men. Zohar, another super chat, but this time he says Killer Instinct gets Wi-Fi love and MK does not. 8 cabs announced and no MK in sight. John D, why won't you love me? That's terrible. And he signed it Justin.
Oh, on the show, I did a show and I explained how my mom used to say, that's terrible. And that's what he's referring to.
Well, thanks, Zohar. Sean Watson, $2 super chat. No, he didn't say anything. Twisted Chris said Zohar Killer Instinct is better. Now there's probably a war going on in the chat about that.
Yeah.
Sean sent another super chat. Thanks, buddy. Mr. Keebler said, please try to add access to X-Men, the arcade game, to both US and Japanese ROMs. The Japanese ROM has additional moves missing from the US version.
Oh.
That might be a little bit difficult. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds awesome, but I'm guessing that would be a little bit more work for whoever ends up doing the emulation.
Why would it be
on that
more
one.
work? It wouldn't be any more work. Maybe it won't be
Wouldn't
online.
the Japanese version be in Japanese,
see.
and you'd have to convert the language?
You don't necessarily have to convert the language, and I probably wouldn't. But I think it's easy to. Have you guys played Japanese imports, man? I can play RPGs in Japanese.
By the way, I want to mention something, John.
Yeah,
So
I
obviously
play a lot of JRPGs.
So obviously we knew about Galactic Storm, and it's funny because Arizona's Arcade Heroes lives here in Arizona, and he was talking about. He's like, man, I was just playing Galactic Storm, and it was like the day you told us about Galactic Storm. I was like,
you guys, what is
and I'm
that
like,
game?
I'm like, oh yeah, and I kind of like just sort of blew it off. But I said, just remember all I said to him was remember Galactic Storm, and so he's like he kind of figured it out finally.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a big list of people. Hold on the super chats.
We're almost done with the super chats though. We're almost done.
Okay,
We're like literally almost done. I'm gonna go super quick. Epicenter Gaming says 6-player X-Men take my money. Thanks for the super chat.
Yeah.
Lewis Waters says, can you elaborate on what? Nah, we're not gonna do that one. But thank you for the super chat. Twisted Gaming TV sent a $5 super chat. Killer John D Instinct. Random.
Basic Instinct.
Oh yeah, that was you do the mashups, the deep fakes are fine, but the one where you did what's that movie with what's her
Basic
name?
Instinct.
Yeah, with the one where you did Basic Instinct weirded me out a little bit. Like I can do the
You didn't like
this
seeing
one all
John?
day.
You didn't like to see John with his thick legs.
Okay.
Hey, at least I didn't
All
have the gift that actually opens the legs.
All right, we're almost done. All right, we're almost done. Darian said, is the Marvel versus Capcom variant getting a restock? Best Buy has been out of stock since the launch, after the launch.
Okay. So I'm telling you guys wait too long. If you want a cab, go get it. And don't wait for it to either go on discount or that. We told everyone this was a Best Buy exclusive. People didn't believe me, and then all of a sudden it's 1,200 online on eBay and stuff. No, it won't be re-released. Actually, possibly in Canada, they'll get Canadians will get some.
Okay. All right, guys. In the chat, please no more super chats because we can't actually go through any more of them. I'm gonna bang out these last 4 and then we're done.
No,
have
we're
you thought
not
about
done yet.
doing?
I have one more thing after you guys. Go ahead. Let's do these 4 and we have one more thing. Okay.
Have you thought about doing Crazy Climber or Tron?
Crazy Climber. I love Crazy. Like, what else would you put? That's a double joystick game, right? Yeah, I don't know. I love that game though.
All right. That's Cog Hill Arcade. So thanks, buddy. Terry Lauren said, when will Pac-Man be available for pre-order? The one that we showed, the Legacy Collection.
I do not know.
Are all of the date
is it out now?
all TBD? I think aren't they all TBD?
No. All the Legacy lines should be available for pre-order today. If not,
Wait, what?
Wait,
what?
through who? We need that. That's information we need.
Oh yeah.
Like I need to get one before.
Oh well, maybe I spoke too soon, but it was supposed all the pre-orders for
How many
Legacy
did you
were
make?
supposed to
Did you
come
make
out.
enough for me?
I hope so. I hope so.
All right, let's go quick. Sean says, will X-Men have the ability to remap the buttons? Well, you guys have never done that, so I'm guessing no, but is that something that you're even considering?
Remapping buttons, yeah, of course. Well, we're considering it. I'd love to see it happen.
Skylar Cat K said more racing cabs coming.
Yes. This year, hopefully.
All right, we got 2 more and we're done. Mr. Keebler said, with X-Men, the PS3 and Xbox 360 ports added the Japanese ROM, so figured I would ask. But just wanted to say all of these cabs are beautiful and great job. Thanks for the super chat, bud. Last one. 102 Law Dog said, thanks for considering MK4, John D. And then he made a sad face. Just kidding.
Hey, I mean, anything could happen. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen.
Right.
All right, you said you had something for us.
Do we? I'm sorry, I just kidding.
Oh.
No. Honestly, no, because we have to wrap this up soon, right? I just got an email from Tim at ThinkUp. Let me forward this on to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it seems like again, the theme is going to be community feedback. So, Ralph, did you get that PDF that I just forwarded you?
Where did you send it?
My
email?
It's one about Killer Instinct.
But did you send it through Facebook or through my email?
No, I sent it to you a long time ago. Nah, just gonna send it to you earlier. It's the PDF.
The PDF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah, I know.
I just sent it. So right now
Justin,
we're doing changes on the fly, and I think Tim from ThinkUp said, hey, you know what? I think the fans actually want this. Show it to them.
Justin, is it just? I want to make sure I have the right one. Is it 1.8.2?
Yeah, I think 1.8. I mean, it's not the graphics may not be final on that one, but I think the form factor is getting there. No, you don't have it? Oh, well, we'll just have to show it in another show.
We have it, but it says Art Stage licensor approved, and its last revision is 1.8.21.
No.
I don't want to show the wrong one.
No, just show that. I mean, I think it's closer. Yeah, whatever version it is.
Cyrus, yes, no.
Show it.
Okay, all right.
Let's show it. Let's just show it.
Because it looks almost the same to me, unless I'm missing something. But
Is
this is the one I got where I see the control panel and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, if you look at the right, okay, just go to the right. That's the arcade version. Right there, right? So that is what you see here is like different form factor revisions. We're trying to get it closer to this form factor where the screen is actually tilted on a slant. So again, when we're talking about when you're talking about different form factors and everything else, even though in the version that you see out there, it has a flat, basically flat oriented screen, we're trying to tilt it. So that's.
Oh, okay. So I see the tilt here. So you're seeing the tilt in the diagram. Right. Okay, cool. Let me zoom in on that a little bit more. Oh, that's cool. So, all right. I actually, you know what? I missed that too, because when you sent it, I'm like, I don't know what he wanted me to look at, but I guess I didn't catch it.
I can hot jump over to that one. So this is what you're talking about, where it's not really got much of a slant on it, but you're actually thinking of doing that.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, go in the chat. Tell us if this is the right decision. We just got this now.
I think so.
Yeah, slant or no slant? Let's hear it.
I mean, I say slant. I'm asking like you're asking me, but I think the slant, because I'm all about making it look more like the original. So I'm all about the slant. That's cool. I don't know how I missed that when you sent it over. I guess because I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking for that, but that's cool. And it shows the speaker there too, like how I mean, it's hard to make out, but you can see like where the marquee is and the speaker and everything. That's cool.
Yeah. Starting to getting slants.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone's saying
thank you, Think Up, for continuing to listen to the fans. It's just one more thing. That's what it should be all about. We should start with fan feedback first.
That's cool, man. That's actually really cool. I don't know how I missed that, because you're like, are you excited? I'm like, yeah, it looks the same. Sorry, I totally missed it. That's awesome.
Okay, well, that's our vision for this year. Is
how all the cabs should be. It says
right. Okay.
I don't think anyone is saying no slant.
All right. I don't know. I thought that was going to be a cool Easter egg. I guess not.
No, this is a wicked cool.
No, whatever.
Cool Easter egg.
We'll just keep it the same. Forget it.
No. We need the slant.
It's amazing.
I'm over it. No more slant, guys. We're going with the exact one that we're releasing, and that's it.
Okay. So
we need the slant.
Right? This is it.
Yeah, that's it. That's gonna be
the final version.
I'm over it. I thought there was gonna be a little bit more buzz on this. So.
No, everyone we got like almost 900 people here. We need
I can't read
from
the chat.
Everybody.
Slant.
One.
Zohar says I'm getting mad. I don't know why.
One.
Slant. No. Slant for taller dudes. Slant.
Anyways, I thought that was going to be the big Easter egg, but I'm over. I got so disappointed.
There's like in between slant, there's random Zohar messages of him just saying, "I'm getting mad." Like like look, it'll go that. I'm being serious. It goes like this, and then it goes slant. Michael B.
Slant with large screen.
Then that's an MK shape. Like he's just angry in here. Just like every now and then he just pops up something angry in between. And then it goes one. This is the worst MK shape. One slant. And then he's like MK shape ripoff.
All right. Well, I think that's the show, everybody. Right?
It is. It totally is. It is. This was awesome. You got a song to play him out?
I don't have a song. What are you
talking
about?
Oh, come on, Justin.
That was play a song. Do it. Just make it. Just improvise, and we'll sing along. Improvise a song. I don't know.
I thought you were learning the MK chord. I mean, the Killer Instinct theme on the guitar.
We're not gonna do it.
That never happened. What are you talking about? There's no MK song. You're just trolling me now. See?
No, the KI song. Never mind.
KI. Come on.
No, I got none of that.
How about just any song?
Okay, fine. You want this?
John's basically begging you, so you have to do something.
The end song. The end, Chris. Thank you, everybody, for this show.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the show. Yeah. And this is what I could come up with in 2 seconds. Here we go.
Okay, let's go.
Nice.
Yes. I love it. Sing alongside. Yeah, he doesn't know it. He's too young for this.
I know it.
Close in time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world.
Okay, don't sing, Cyrus.
Okay.
Closing time. Turn off all the lights on from every boy and every girl. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
It's like in a club.
I know who I want to take me home. This is for Mike. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Cyrus, take me home.
Yes.
This whole time, all we wanted to do was introduce you to this guy named Cyrus. Hit one in the chat. He knows more things that you don't know. He's actually smarter than John, actually. When
Way
we talk about
smarter.
technical things,
NYU.
So
Way
gather up your jackets. Put one in the chat for Cyrus. I hope you have found a friend. Closing time. And every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Yeah. I know who I want to take me home. Cyrus!
I know who I want to take me home.
Cyrus!
I know who I
Want to take me home. Take me home.
Woo!
All right, we learned so much today. What are all the releases? We definitely came out with an MK cab. Oh, that was a leak. We shouldn't have talked about that. It was actually a Killer Instinct, which is a better game than Mortal Kombat anyway. It combines the best from Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter all into one game, and it's the game that you actually want to play anyway. We're going to have it live, and we're going to have Code Mystics do it.
Oh, by the way, yeah. That whole fanbook page, that was a stunt, everybody. Just let you know.
Cyrus is the new Scott.
Closing time.
New era.
Time for you to go out to the places you will be from. I know who I want to take me home. Cyrus, I know
who I
want to take me home. It's Cyrus, I know. Want to take me home. Take me home.
Oh no.
This
is the longest version of the song.
Yeah! Come on, give it up for John D and Cyrus today. We're not at CES, but this is the best thing that we could come up with. Closing time. Every new beginning comes from some other beginnings. And everybody say it with us. We'll see you guys on the next one.
one.
Take care.
Take care, everybody. Thanks.